This is gonna be what we call such fun. Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest Miranda moments. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the best laugh out loud moments from this comedy series. So, right, let's jolly on with the show.
Are you drunk?
Me? Drunk? No!
Number 10, carried away by a rubbish lorry.
I have begun a Gary-free life, happy in singleness.
Miranda decides to live a Gary-free life, and step 1 involves decluttering her flat of anything that reminds her of him. And there's quite a bit. As she clumsily exits the shop with a mannequin Gary, her friends and mother just stand there and watch. Then, perhaps the only thing more uncomfortable than running into an ex is actually facing them, carrying merchandise bearing their likeness. So in true Miranda style, she does the only thing that seems logical. What makes this moment even funnier is when Miranda becomes an inadvertent passenger on board the rubbish truck, much to the amusement of her friends. Number 9, Mike vs. Gary. Mike and Gary are not as different as they might think. Nevertheless, they just can't see eye to eye.
How do you turn this on?
It's not just me that's finding this erotic, is it? Keep wielding, men!
Miranda is trying to figure out how to break up with Mike just in time to finally confront her feelings for Gary. When Stevie asks her how she envisions life with each man, we can't help but laugh as we get a glimpse into the workings of Miranda's mind. Life with Mike is cute and comfortable, but Gary, well, that's just a whole other ballgame. This is fiery and passionate, but so melodramatic that we can't help but crack up all over again. Number 8, waxed to the bath. This will they won't they relationship seems to finally be on the right track, but the path of true love never did run smooth, especially when Miranda is involved.
Can we do this again tomorrow? You know, when I'm a little bit less...
Burpee.
Yeah.
After their first date is cut short, the pair struggle to pick up where they left off, and their attempts at romance keep going wrong. One particularly funny moment involves Miranda waxing herself to the bath.
Oh no, I'm stuck. I've left the wax on too long. It's stuck to the bath.
And if that doesn't have you chuckling, the well-timed lyrics of Queen's I Want to Break Free certainly will.
I want to break free.
That's not funny, Freddie! Stevie!
When Stevie attempts to help her friend, she makes more of a splash than she expected. Number 7, who's more fun?
That is so childish.
What?
Miranda and Stevie tend to get a little competitive, and when they meet the fun-loving Tamara, they argue over who is better friends with her.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. You're just jealous because I found someone else to have fun with.
Well, I have more fun with Tamara. On my fun scale, she's 85%, you are just 40.
40?
We watch as these grown women compete over which of them is more fun, although it would definitely be a close call if you asked us. However, we would probably have to choose Miranda as our winner, as she introduces us to the game Where's Miranda, a live-action Where's Wally, which becomes a running gag.
The game that you love is my game, Where's Miranda?
And if you say that you've never thought about playing it with your friends, you are only lying to yourself. Number 6, getting stuck in a fountain.
Firstly, Gary, well, we've agreed just friends. No, it's the right thing to do, and easier than our attempts at romance.
Romance doesn't seem to come naturally to our protagonist. Even without trying, she manages to turn a tender moment into the absurd. While going for a stroll, Miranda's shoe gets caught in the ground, so she pauses to free it. While she does that, Gary sees the opportunity for a romantic gesture. But when he turns back, let's just say Miranda's misfortune dampens the mood, even if it makes us chuckle. Miranda tries to walk away as if nothing happened, grasping on to her last shred of dignity. Well, you know what they say, it's all about the recovery. Number 5, Hoover Karaoke. Miranda knows how to make living alone look like a lot of fun, and her imagination knows no bounds. In what we call a great night in, Miranda hosts a karaoke night for her and her Hoover companion.
Summer days drifting away to on a summer night. Oh, wella.
While Miranda claims to be good at romance, we see that she's actually having a chat with a Hoover dressed as a man that she has renamed Gary. If that wasn't weird enough, she duets Summer Nights from Greece with the household appliance, complete with some pretty interesting choreography.
This is not a Hoover being a man!
We can only imagine what might have been had they not been interrupted. Number 4, Swallowed Up. Miranda and large gatherings do not go together. When Miranda gets a message with the details for a funeral, she panics when she doesn't know who has died, but still must attend.
Someone's dead, don't know who, funeral in 2 hours. I can't go, can I? Not when I don't know who's in the box. It'll be like Deal or No Deal, but with people.
Things get more awkward when she has to give a eulogy and essentially plays Guess Who, before ultimately bursting into song.
Don't sing. Sad situation. And it's getting more and more absurd.
We've all wished the ground would swallow us up at one point or another, but none of us mean it quite so literally, nor does Miranda, we're sure. Nevertheless, we've barely finished laughing as Miranda disappears from sight, when Penny's reaction makes us laugh all over again.
What have I gotta do to make you love me?
Number 3, singing or dancing. In Miranda's world, there is always time for a song and dance, even in the most inappropriate of settings. It really doesn't take much at all to get Miranda singing or dancing, from a simple word association to a full-on themed karaoke night, and we're thoroughly entertained every time. She's even known to have a bit of a sing-song at job interviews.
I believe children are our future, don't they? Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. I can't stop.
Miranda's musical talents have become a running gag throughout the series, and again, we love every moment of it.
Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back.
We would never disparage her musical abilities, but the chances are that if she's singing or dancing, we're probably laughing. Number 2, adulting.
How you think you're fit for the adult world of relationships is beyond me.
When Stevie accuses Miranda of being incapable of behaving like an adult, Miranda decides to prove her wrong by hosting a dinner party. After realizing she can't cook, Miranda fakes her way into preparing a presentable meal.
Right, excuse me while I just check on my gravy.
Unfortunately, that ends up being the least of her worries. This episode is simply full of so many hilarious moments. Her trip to the osteopath, her drunk mother, her desperate attempts to make small talk, and Stevie's uninvited guest.
You have clearly just dragged a traffic warden off the street.
No, we're seeing each other. Get off me.
To no one's surprise, by the end of the night, she decides to give in to her inner child, leading her guests in a foam fight. Number 1, being told to just act normal.
Such fun.
This episode focuses on Miranda and Penny's relationship outside of their usual settings. Thanks to a misunderstanding involving ice cream and some school children, Miranda is ordered to undergo a psychiatric assessment and brings her mother along to the session.
For goodness sake, just act normal.
Penny constantly tells Miranda to just act normal when Miranda unintentionally causes chaos in the office. Thanks to their silent therapist, mother and daughter provide us with countless hilarious moments.
Do you have a naval background? A harm hearted?
Whether they're arguing, turning the tables on the psychiatrist, having a dance, or doing impressions of each other, there is hardly a moment that doesn't have us laughing out loud. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.